So here we have a 3-drawer filing cabinet. I picked this up by the dumpster at my place of work, and I liked it because I have 2 of these beside my desk in my home office. And when I picked it up, it had a little spot where this was curved up, and so it would catch on the other drawer, and I was able to take a pair of pliers and bend that right back down. When I started looking into what to use this for, I noticed that these little clips pry out. Get you a better view of them. They're angled in. They're angled in so that the drawer won't slide all the way out. I was thinking about using this for tool storage. When I first picked it up, I was thinking to use it at the cabin for a solar power station setup. But I thought the drawers would be fairly limiting. So I'm actually looking at a welding cart for that, but that's a different story. My stepson has acquired tools, and needs a place to store them. Right now he's got half a dozen bags or so he's got all these tools in. So I thought maybe this might become some sort of a tool storage. So the first thing I did was pry those clips out so that the drawer slides all the way out. Okay, this is just a cheap $55 Walmart special thing, but we're going to see what we can turn it into. Unfortunately, I don't have the keys. It's got the one small drawer on top. The first thing I do with all of my equipment is put them on wheels for a small space. That was one I picked up at an auction. Love it. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I love it. So I put everything on wheels, and this thing measures 14 inches by 18 inches or so. So I first looked at a 12 by 18 furniture dolly, and I thought it was a little small. It would end up being about 2 inches too narrow. I wasn't sure if that would provide enough stability. This is an 18 by 30 inch dolly. It was $5 more than 12 by 18, but it allows me to do a couple things. One of those is I can set it this way so the drawers pull out towards me, or I could set it this way so the drawers pull out towards me. Now you can see if I set it this way, I don't have too much to fasten it on. This isn't squared and centered yet. There's enough clearance for the bottom drawer to pull out. I actually thought there might be more room on it that way, but that would certainly give it some stability. I was a little concerned about how far out it would stick, and depending on where you end up with this, it'd be something to catch your feet on a regular basis. So I still got to decide on that. I'm actually leaning towards the other way, and I'll show you why in just a second. This is a diagram I drew up with it facing towards me. And what I can do is, one of the things I thought about doing was adding a small lift up tabletop on this side, just to give it a little bit of a workspace. That would give him room to put the bags down underneath. Also thought about on one side adding an 18-inch piece of angle iron that we could drill holes in, such as this, which is too long. You could drill holes in it to fit various screwdrivers and so on. I thought I had a piece that already had holes in it, but I don't currently. The other thing I have is some magnets and a magnetic tool holder, which I will add to it. So on this side I could do this here or here and add the magnetic strip above or below it, depending on which works best for the tools. So let's see what we can come up with. I'm going to use what I have kind of thing, and I adapt what I have to fit the project as much as possible. So you can see I have all kinds of scrap wood, bits and pieces, everything from lapping to some pretty good pieces of lumber, round stock and so on. So one, using some of the round stock to support the table when I brought it up, the fold up section, or I could make it permanent and put two on here. I don't know. So that's a possibility.
I need to do that 2 more times.
Two down, two to go. There we go. Now on wheels and ready. This is where I'm at with the rolling tool cart. Big enough to set a bag on. Unfortunately, it wouldn't fit underneath that bench, but it does fit underneath this one. And my stepson has moved on before I had a chance to give it to him. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Open to ideas and suggestions. Feel free to comment. One of the things I've thought about was finding a shallow box like this to put here in the back half and fasten it to the sides maybe for some added storage in each drawer. That was a possibility I had. At one point I was looking at putting these down in on top of each other. This one's a little big though. So, it's kind of where we're at right now. Could put some odds and ends stuff in, like my face shield for my grinder. That might work. First aid kit. Oh, tad bit too tall. It'll fit that way without the leg. And the bottom I'm going to put my rags. Box of rags to put in there. Old t-shirts that were cut up. Some washcloths. That'll work. Clean up the office a little bit, create some space. So if you have ideas what else to do with it, comment if you would. Otherwise, have a great day.